having us here. So, Jermaine, just tell us a little bit more about your story and how you got started at the Light Rail Cafe.
Everything Jersey City, welcome to the Light Rail Cafe in Jersey City. All the viewers and watchers, welcome, and come by when you get a chance. I could take you back to the start, right? When my father and his brother actually purchased this place about, I'll say when I was 16 years old. And that's when my love for the restaurant and bar business started. I couldn't get inside of the bar at that point, but I always wanted to. And the day I turned 21, they actually hired me.
Oh, wow.
And so now, 26 years later, I'm still here. And I could fill you in a little bit of the gap. It was 21, I started working here. I started cleaning up. I started serving and being a bartender. And I did that for about 5 years, and it gave me some more responsibility. And I became the co-manager, and after that, the manager.
Wow.
About 9 years later, they came to me because I was a Jersey City realtor at the time, and they said that they wanted to sell the place. And I said, why don't you just sell it to me? I'm the perfect person to sell it to. And they said, you would want to buy this place? I said, absolutely. And from that day, I put my money together and I purchased the Light Rail Cafe. What was the Corner Pocket then? It was a neighborhood place that was already here for the last 50 years. I purchased it and I operated for 1 year under the Corner Pocket, and I closed down, and that's when the story really starts. The world dropped out in 2008. The world ran out of money, and so did I. It took me 4 years to be here in this building, but I plan to always be here and stay here as a staple in the community because I love Jersey City so much, and I love Ward F, and most importantly, I grew up here. And I thought that this area needed something to really symbolize what this community is all about, and that's where the Light Rail Cafe came, because we're sitting just 100 yards from the Light Rail, the Garfield Avenue Light Rail Station.
Awesome. And just take us a little bit more back about your childhood and, growing up, and your father owned this place, right? Yeah, so just tell us a little bit more about like how it's like a coming full circle, in this moment, especially, your father who was the previous owner, now you're the current owner. Just tell us a little bit more about that.
So my dad is what I call a serial entrepreneur. I grew up, my mom had a job, and I really understood both worlds. My mom had a job, but my dad was a business owner. And I got a chance to look at it from both sides of the coin when I was coming up, and I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. My father actually owns the Real Deal Barbershop, maybe about 6 blocks away from here, and he owned and operated the barbershop. Still to this day, we're still at 559 Ocean Avenue here in Jersey City, and I just thought it was so fascinating to be able to make your own hours, to make your own schedule, and make your own money. I remember telling my parents that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and they said, why? I said, because Dad gets to make his own hours, and he gets to take vacation whenever he wants.
Right.
My mother looked and said, but he don't get paid for vacation. I still said, I don't really care. I still want to be an entrepreneur because it's what was inside of me. I saw my dad do it. I saw so many other people around me, bar owners in the past that I grew up with, that showed me that there was another way to make it in the world and to be happy, right? This is what really makes me happy, serving people and being around people every day. So I get to live the life of my dreams because I don't feel I work at all. All I do is get up and go to the bar.
And what is one piece of advice you can give to fellow entrepreneurs who are of the Black-owned circle and they own their own Black-owned business as an entrepreneur?
Outwork everyone. I mean, it's I always say it to myself. I don't put it out in the world and the universe because I don't believe that it's necessary. But I wouldn't wish things like this on my worst enemy, right? I say I don't work a day at all in my life, but the truth is I'm at work every single day that I wake up. Whether I'm on vacation, I'm at work.
Mhm.
Whether I'm at a recital, I'm at work. Whether I'm at the grocery store, I'm at work. So I'm always at work, but when you love what you do, you just never feel like you're at work.
Yeah.
I mean, being an entrepreneur is 24/7, 365 days a year.
Mhm.
And I tell people that because I don't like to, get people hopes up when they think that, all you do is buy groceries and sell it, or buy alcohol and sell it, or buy product and sell it. It's going to take a lot of work in between and behind the scenes. And I spend most of my time here in the office behind the scenes making it look like it's easy, but it's really not easy. I mean, it's really, really hard work. It's a lot of hours.
Mhm.
It's a lot of passion that needs to be in. And like I said from the beginning, you have to outwork everyone. I mean, when somebody's sleeping, I'm working.
Mhm.
When someone's eating, I'm working. When someone's at a party, I'm working. And my friends and family would tell you that, Jermaine is probably like the last person you want to actually go out and party with, because he's always thinking and talking about work, and he might leave you where you're at and just to get back to work. And, one of the things I learned from one of my mentors is that it's okay to go out and have fun and party, especially when you're an entrepreneur. But the most important thing is to realize that when you get up tomorrow morning, you have to get it done all over again.
Right. That's so true. That's so true. And you talk a little bit more about when people do come here. So what's one thing you want people who come here and they eat your food and they're just in this atmosphere? What is one takeaway you want people to walk away from Light Rail Cafe?
I mean, I want people to understand that, this is a place to get away from the everyday living, right? Like, I know this is a Black History Month thing, but I got to shout out Cheers, because everyone calls this the Cheers of the neighborhood, because everyone knows your name. This is a comfortable place. This is where friends meet. We have customers that actually come here and refer to this as their living room. It's more of a homely feel. It's where you can meet friends, great people, different entrepreneurs and business owners come together. And I want people to take away that you can always have a good time right here in your neighborhood.
That is so true. That is so true. Well, thank you so much for just allowing us to come here. And before I let you go, I want you to kind of highlight your menu. What are a couple of dishes that you would recommend people to try at your restaurant/bar that they can get anywhere else?
I think that we sell a lot of comfort food that you probably can get somewhere else, but I don't think you could get it tasting as good as somewhere else, because we have what we call here the best food in town. The number one thing that we have on our menu is the penne alla vodka. It's my go-to choice. I mean, it's made with tomatoes and heavy cream, and I can't give you the rest of the recipe. You just have to come here right now and taste it for yourself to let me know exactly how you like it. We have crab cakes. Crab cakes are to die for. They're everything. It's made with super lump crab. We're not putting much filler in it. We're not putting any extra things in it. It's made with love. It's made with our heart, and we have a little bit of everything. And the number one thing you probably should be looking for right now is Taco Tuesday.
Yes.
Come down. We have the best tacos in town. Sorry, Taqueria and all the other good places in the city, but we have the best tacos in town, and we have the world's greatest sangria. It's a homemade recipe with 5 liquors inside of it that we serve on tap. Why? Because we serve so much of it. Come on down to the Light Rail Cafe, 237 Randolph Avenue in Jersey City, and check it out for yourself.
Thank you so much. So that was another interview as we continue just spotlighting Black-owned businesses in Jersey City. Like he said, come on down to Light Rail Cafe. I'm Siobhan from everythingjerseycity.com. Have a good one.